In my last video, I talked about all the WWE wrestlers I could easily beat. The Miz, Christian, Evan Bourne. All of them dudes are going to lose to me without a doubt. But there are quite a few wrestlers who I would not want to fight or I could possibly lose to. Now, there are some WWE wrestlers in the past who are just known for annihilating their opponents. I'm talking about creeping up on them, getting jumped, getting put in the casket, or worst of them all, getting it buried alive. But in today's WWE, this is not the same. The stipulation that a match can have has gotten worse and has gotten worse over time. We went from average matches to fucking buried alive matches to getting super kicked all day for the whole match every time. Now, there aren't many WWE wrestlers who is capable of having that fear factor that I'm talking about. Like that dark, mysterious, scary aura that I'm talking about. And it's definitely not my nigga Omos, because that nigga's a jobber now. That nigga went from being the king of the jungle to being a fucking lizard and shit. Nigga sucks now. But with that being said, let's get right into this list. First up, we got the Boogeyman. At 6 feet and 2 inches and weighing in at 260 pounds, the Boogeyman was one of them dudes who you just had to stay far, far away from. He was most known for his dark aura and the fact that he just made people uncomfortable, making them not want to be near him. This dude entrance was him crawling with worms in his mouth. Like, what the fuck? Imagine that shit, bro. You're his opponent standing in the ring and you see this nigga with worms in his mouth and shit. Is this nigga Diddy or something? What the fuck wrong with him? But anyways, he wore like a red or black warped face paint. Like, I'm gonna show you a picture right on the screen. That's what he wore. Like that kind of face paint. And he was walking around with a big ass staff in his hand, bro. Like some crazy shit. And I mean, like, yo, imagine coming out of your locker room, thinking shit sweet, and this dude appears behind you and takes your manhood. No Diddy. Just looking at this Boogeyman's finisher, bro. He was basically slamming you into a missionary position and then putting worms in your mouth. Like, that is all Diddy right there, bro. I can't even say pause to that, bro. Because that's just out of hand, out of line, bro. I can't even say nothing about that. But I gotta feel sorry for anybody who has to fight against Boogeyman. Because, sheesh, that shit must have been a nightmare. Now, as scary as Boogeyman was, his career didn't really last long due to injuries. So, because of that, the WWE dropped him. Next is Finn Balor, aka Demon Finn Balor, the alter ego from Prince Finn Balor. Now, whenever Finn Balor gotta call up the demon, just know you're in for a ride. Finn calling up the demon is basically like Yuji Itadori letting Sukuna take over. Look at your screen. Look at his face paint and look at his chest paint, bro. This nigga looks scary as hell, bro. This nigga look like a straight up menace. Now, whenever Demon Balor does fight, I put all my money on Balor, bro. Like, all my money on that parlay is just on Demon Balor, bro. I got nobody beating him at all. I mean, I really can't see him losing unless... But besides that, let's get into peak Demon Balor. Now, back in 2016, the WWE had introduced to the world the WWE Universal Championship, the red one, not the blue one. Now, the WWE Universal Championship was introduced to fans. Now, my guy Demon Balor, why the fuck I keep saying his name like that, was going up against the architect, Seth Rollins. Now, their match was a very good match. The shit is on YouTube, so you better watch that shit. Now, fast forward to the end of the match, and Balor became the first ever WWE wrestler to win the WWE Universal title. Even at NXT, Demon Balor was taking out the competition left and right. Even for the NXT Championship, Demon Balor ended up winning the match by pinfall. Also, at WrestleMania 35, he even beat Bobby Lashley for the Intercontinental Championship. I mean, he was really unstoppable, bro. Until... yeah, so other than that, let's hope that Finn Balor could make a comeback with Demon Balor and have another title run in the future. Okay, next is Bray Wyatt. And let's get straight into this. If I'm booked to fight Bray Wyatt, I'm walking out the arena straight like that, and I ain't gonna lie to you. Cause what the fuck do I look like trying to fight a dude who weighs 284 pounds and could literally bend over backwards? First of all, let's look at his entrance. It's pitch black and the rocking chair is rocking back and forth. He's also carrying a fucking lantern, bro. Just walking towards you, ready to make you a part of the cult that he's in, aka the Bride family. I said Bride.
What?
The Wyatt family. So, for example, remember when the Wyatt family and John Cena were fighting the steel cage match? Yes, and just as John Cena was about to exit the cage, the fight goes out, the lights go out too, and then some kid, just in all black, in a robe, starts singing. When I watched this match and the whole show, That night, I can't even go to sleep at all. I did not go to sleep. I was wide awake that whole night, bro. Not even gonna lie. Even when the WWE cameraman went to visit the Wyatt family's house, bro, this shit felt like some Texas chainsaw shit. When you enter, there's like 0% chance that you will leave or escape. Luke Harper just menacing, leading the cameraman, but the cameraman sees everyone do some weird Diddy shit, howling like an animal. Like, the fuck's he doing? But regardless to it, it was such a good segment. I liked it. So, and if you want to see it, it's on YouTube as well. So search that shit up and watch it on your own time. But moving on, Bray Wyatt is a good wrestler and has many titles in his arsenal. He has won many titles over the year during his time in the WWE. He had many great matches, many great title runs, and many great feuds with some of the best WWE wrestlers of all time. Now, unfortunately, on August 25th, 2023, Bray Wyatt had unfortunately passed away. Now his legacy and impact in WWE will live on, and he will be remembered forever. Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. Next is Kane. Kane is 7 feet tall and weighs about 323 pounds. Now, if I snorted a line of coke, then I'll fight this nigga. But other than that, I'm not fighting Kane sober, bro, at all. Hell no. Imagine this dude Kane towering over you, ready to tear that ass up. No Diddy. Kane is covered in a red and black jumpsuit with a damn mask that's not even breathable, and he was still tearing niggas apart. But I think it was the mask that was giving him the dark aura, or that I feel like this nigga was really scary because you couldn't see like who he was unless he took off the mask, obviously. But even when he did his entrance, when he stepped in the ring and waved his arms down and fire came out, bro, who the hell want to fight a damn real life firebender, my nigga? Like, this thing came with firebending fire, bro. My guy Kane has been dominating since 1997. But the year where he was his most scariest and most dominant was the year 2001. During the 2001 Royal Rumble, Kane has set a record for eliminating 11 wrestlers in a row. Bro, please name a wrestler who eliminated 11 other wrestlers in a row. Take your time with it. Now, I knew you can't name none, because there is none. Probably Brock, probably one of them niggas, but no, you can't really name them. My nigga Kane was really eliminated 11 other wrestlers in a row during the Royal Rumble. But even during his run with the Intercontinental Championship, he was just beating his opponents left and right until he eventually lost. Obviously, because you, in WWE, you're going to lose eventually. No matter how good you are, you're going to lose eventually. Look at my nigga Roman Reigns. That nigga lost in fucking WrestleMania to Cody Rhodes. But anyways, even when he was tag teaming with the Undertaker, bruh, those two together were forces to be reckoned with. Even though Kane won the championship only a few times, he is still considered one of the greatest wrestlers to step in the ring and one of the greatest to ever wrestle. Now we got the icon Sting, the man who barely talks and just gets straight into action. Now Sting is a very interesting guy and a very interesting man. And I say this because he was just dressed in his gear with a black trench coat, a bat, and while wearing white face paint. Ayo, this dude was creeping on dudes with his damn sometimes more scary and makes me not want to fight him at all. I'd rather fight Hulk Hogan than Sting, bro. Real life. This dude was really just walking down the ramp and ready to whoop some ass, bro. Now, during his time with the WCW was probably where he had his most and probably had his best moments in that industry, or that like what part of his career was the most where he had the most memorable moments during the WCW era. Now, I don't know where it was, but he was taking out the entire NWO by himself with just his bat and his fist. He's over here ziplining towards Hulk Hogan, drop down on the NWO, and run through crowds just to fight NWO. Like, all of them niggas, bro. 1 versus 20. Real life, 1 versus 20. Not that black people bullshit. This shit right here is Sting versus NWO. This dude Sting was clearing out the ring just by stepping in there. He didn't even have to throw a punch or a kick or even swing his bat. His aura just caused a whole eruption and was a signal for them just to exit the ring and exit the whole arena. My favorite moment from Sting was probably when he took out the Authority and Triple H to save my dog Dolph Ziggler from the Authority. So if the nigga Sting is appearing out of nowhere and shit, what makes you think I want to fight him? Absolutely not. Last but not least, it's the Phenom, the Dead Man, the American Badass, the Undertaker. Now, the Undertaker is arguably one of the best and greatest wrestlers of all time. He has accomplished so much during his time in the WWE and the WWF. He won countless titles, had memorable matches, had iconic moments, and outstanding feuds. Now, the Undertaker is probably one of the scariest wrestlers I've ever seen. Although he might seem like a nice guy, why would you want to fight a man that could fucking dive over a fucking ring or hit a clothesline while doing a fucking front flip while being 6'10"? Plus, whenever Undertaker magically takes his Sensu beam and magically gets up like a damn zombie and says that you dead in your face, you know you're fucking done for. Imagine finding Undertaker and you got him down, right? And you're taunting him. But then all of a sudden, he does this. You will not want to continue fighting him. I know it's a game and all, but on 2K14, this nigga was impossible to beat. You need a god and a miracle in order to beat the Undertaker. You can hit this man with 3 finishers back to back to back, and somehow, you will still lose. He even buried his own so-called brother, Kane, alive. He buried this nigga alive, bro. I'm telling you, this nigga Undertaker is crazy, bro. Now, although his streak is broken, can we take a step back and admire how the Undertaker was giving niggas losses every time WrestleMania arrived? Until, Brock Lesnar ended it, of course. Now, the real question is, will I ever fight the Undertaker? Hell no.
Nigga!
Sure you can handle it?
Dude, it's in black and white. Come on.
All right.